Hey everyone, welcome to another deep dive. And if you're listening, you're probably a small business owner or a freelancer or entrepreneur.
Maybe even part of a corporate team.
Exactly. And you're all wondering the same thing. How do I win with social media? What's the secret?
Well, let me tell you, we found someone who has been at the very top of the business world for over 20 years.
Decades of experience, and this person's been ahead of every single trend. And now we're diving into what they have to say about winning with organic social media.
That means no ad budget.
I mean, who doesn't love free, right?
Yep.
And the best part, these strategies are so easy to understand.
And put into action.
Even an 8th grader could do this, so let's jump right in.
So this expert really hammers this point home, the power of free. And, it might sound obvious, but in the world of social media, it's actually revolutionary.
Yeah, why is that?
Because right now, today, anyone with a phone has the potential to reach thousands or even millions of people. Millions without spending a dime.
Wow, that's incredible.
It's a level playing field where your ideas can compete with even the biggest companies in the world.
So like my little candle business can be just as successful as...
A massive corporation.
Yeah, exactly. This is so exciting. I love it.
But here's the thing. This might not last forever.
Why not? I'm already all in on this free thing. Tell me more.
Well, just look at how fast technology changes. I think about it. We went from big, clunky computers to...
And smartphones.
Exactly. And now to smartwatches. And, what's next?
I don't even know.
Augmented reality glasses.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's talking about that.
Right. So that could completely change how we use social media. So if we look back at the internet, remember
the early days of the internet.
Right, the people who were there early, they saw incredible success.
Oh, so this is like the same kind of gold rush?
Exactly. It's a land grab. The same thing's happening right now with organic social media.
So we can't miss out on this.
Exactly. You got to start now, even if you've never posted anything before.
Yeah. Okay. So what should I post? Should I be making TikToks? Should I be on every platform?
Well, the good news is you don't have to do everything. There are really 3 main paths to success with social media.
Right. I'm landing.
Written, audio, and video.
Okay. So like blogs and podcasts.
Exactly. And like YouTube and stuff.
Okay. That makes sense.
And the best part is you don't have to master all 3.
Oh, thank goodness.
Right. Pick the one that feels most natural to you.
So if you're a really good writer.
Focus on writing.
Yeah.
If you're a good storyteller, maybe audio is for you.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you're super comfortable on camera, go for video.
Exactly. Choose your lane and really focus your energy there.
This is such a relief. Seriously, I always felt like I had to do it all.
Everyone does.
Yeah, but this makes it so much easier.
Much more approachable.
So I'm going to pick written content. That's what I'm best at. But how do I make sure my posts reach the right people?
Right. So that's where it gets really interesting because social media, the way we've always known it, it's changing.
Oh, really?
It's no longer just about connecting with friends and family. Now it's becoming more about your interests. These algorithms are getting super smart. They're figuring out what you like and delivering that content to you, even if you don't follow those creators.
So it's kind of like, what is it?
TikTok?
TikTok? Yeah, you don't really have to follow anybody. It just figures it out for you.
Exactly. It's mind-blowing. And this means your content is more likely to reach the right people, even if you're just starting out and you only have a few followers.
So I could have 100 followers and still reach tons of people.
Millions.
That is incredible. Like the internet is finally fair.
Finally.
This is amazing. If you guys are as excited about this as I am, please hit that like button, share this deep dive with a friend who needs to hear it.
Definitely.
But let's be real. Even with all this potential out there, sometimes I get scared. I hesitate.
This expert knows, and he talks about these 2 big roadblocks that most people face.
Okay.
Fear and something he calls BSing yourself.
Ooh, that's a little harsh, but I kind of get it.
Yeah, it's like we make up these excuses and then we believe them, right? Yeah. So how do we break free from all of this?
How do we stop being scared and actually do it?
It starts with honesty. What are you really afraid of? Is it judgment? Failure?
Maybe even success.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is, right. And are you hiding behind those fears and making excuses?
I think so many of us, we deal with imposter syndrome.
Oh, yeah, big time.
We tell ourselves we're not good enough, we're not ready.
Not worthy.
Exactly.
Right.
And it's just easier to stay stuck where we are, in our comfort zone.
Right, but this expert, they have a really interesting way of saying it. Stop BSing yourself.
Yeah.
It's like the people who really care about you, the people who really want to see you win, they can see right through those excuses.
That's true. It's tough, but it's true.
It is.
Sometimes we think we're protecting ourselves, but really we're just holding ourselves back.
From some incredible opportunities.
Exactly. But this expert isn't all about tough love, though, right?
No, definitely not.
There's also a message of hope in their words.
Absolutely. This isn't about chasing money for the sake of it.
Right.
It's about finding what truly fulfills you and then building a business around that.
So like what I'm passionate about.
Exactly. We all have these unique skills and passions.
Yeah.
It's just about finding what truly lights you up.
I love that. It's like that saying, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life.
Exactly.
But finding that thing, that one thing that really lights you up, it can feel impossible.
Yeah, and this expert, they talk about the pressure that we feel from our families.
Oh, tell me about it.
Especially our parents, right? Who maybe don't get why we would want to leave a stable job.
My parents totally thought I was throwing my life away when I quit my corporate job to start my own business.
It's so common, and this expert gets it because they actually worked in their family's business for years before they decided to break out and pursue their own passion.
Oh, wow. So they've been there.
They totally get it, the weight of those expectations and not wanting to disappoint the people you love. But at the end of the day, they argue that living a life based on someone else's expectations, that's just setting yourself up for regret.
It's so true. So how do we talk to our families about this? Especially when they're coming from a place of love, but they just don't understand.
It all comes down to honest communication.
Okay.
You got to have those heartfelt conversations, explain why this path is so important to you, and that it's not about rejecting their values, it's about honoring your own.
And hopefully with time, they'll come around.
Hopefully, but it's also important to have a supportive partner.
Oh, yeah. That can be even harder than talking to your parents.
Sometimes, and this expert, they really emphasize that a true partner, someone who really loves you, they should be your biggest cheerleader.
They should want to see you succeed.
Exactly. So be open and honest with them about your goals. Explain why it matters so much to you. And if you're finding it tough to have these conversations,
Which I do.
it's okay to get some professional help. Maybe talk to a therapist or a counselor.
Okay.
They can give you some tools to navigate those conversations. And it's also super helpful to build a supportive community outside of your family.
So like friends, mentors, other entrepreneurs.
Exactly. People who get it.
And this expert agrees.
They're a huge believer in the power of community, surrounding yourself with people who share your values and aspirations so you can support each other, overcome those obstacles, and stay motivated.
It's like having your own personal cheerleading squad.
Exactly. And let's not forget one of the biggest hurdles we all face, fear. It can be so paralyzing.
Oh, absolutely. That little voice of doubt can really hold us back.
This expert reminds us that fear is often an illusion, a mental barrier we create.
It's like we're building our own cages, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Real growth and success, those lie outside of our comfort zones.
So how do we push past that fear?
They suggest a few strategies. One is to examine our fears, question them. Ask ourselves, what's the worst that could happen?
Sometimes those worst case scenarios are pretty unlikely.
Most of the time. And another strategy is to break down our goals into smaller steps. Makes it less overwhelming.
It's like that saying, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
Exactly. And don't forget, you don't have to go it alone. Lean on your support network. Friends, family, mentors. Sharing those feels can make them feel smaller.
Absolutely. We're stronger together.
This expert emphasizes the power of community. They believe that when we connect with others who share our values and goals, we can achieve so much more.
If this conversation is resonating with you, hit that like button and share this deep dive with someone who needs a boost of inspiration.
Let's spread this message of empowerment and support each other on this journey to success. Now, this expert also talks about the importance of self-awareness.
It's not just about knowing your strengths, right?
It's also about being honest about your weaknesses, those areas where you might be fooling yourself.
Ouch, but so true. We need to get real with ourselves if we want to grow.
Exactly. Ask yourself the tough questions. Am I making excuses? Am I surrounded by people who enable my bad habits? Am I afraid to face my true potential?
I think journaling has been so helpful for me. It's helped me become more aware of my thought patterns.
That's fantastic. Self-awareness is a journey, and the more we understand ourselves, the better choices we can make.
Now, this expert also dives into the challenge of overthinking.
Oh, we've all been there. Analyzing every decision, weighing every possibility, and ending up paralyzed by all the options.
But there's no such thing as the perfect decision, right?
Exactly. We learn by doing, by experimenting, and by embracing those inevitable mistakes.
So it's not about avoiding failure, but about learning from it.
This expert is a huge believer in the power of a growth mindset, the belief that our abilities can be developed. It's about shifting our perspective from, can't do this, to, I'm learning how to do this.
And they suggest some practical ways to cultivate that growth mindset, like setting challenging goals and seeking feedback.
Focus on the process of learning, not just the outcome. Remember, it's about the journey, not just the destination.
This has been such an incredible deep dive. So many valuable insights about organic social media strategy and really building a success mindset.
Absolutely. If you're feeling inspired, hit that like button and share this with a friend.
And remember, the time to take action is now. This opportunity won't last forever.
Choose your lane, master your content, and go make it happen. We're all rooting for you.